Hello and welcome. This is the developer walkthrough of Roxy Raccoon's Bowling Bash. This is the third entry in the Roxy Raccoon franchise. The previous games aren't required for playing to actually understand what's going on in this one, but it does pick up from the story of the old games. So, this one is primarily a bowling-focused game. If you're not interested in the story, don't worry, it's not required. Obviously there's going to be cutscenes and stuff, you can skip all that, but you can also just play the traditional bowling modes. There are multiple game modes included in the game with the customization options, leaderboards, etc. So what is the game? It is pretty much a 3D platformer mixed with bowling. So I'm just going to jump right into the first stage here. This one is just a kind of a showcase type level. It's just to show off, like, hey, if you just want to play some traditional bowling, that is definitely an option. This one's more of a work in progress type level. I haven't decided. I think I'm gonna make it more like an actual bowling alley, but this is just if you want to test out the game and try and get used to it. It's perfect for you. It's included in the demo, and there's not a whole lot of gimmicks or anything going on in this one. It's just what you would expect. But yes, as you can see, you can fully control the ball. The top left, it shows my score. Top right, it shows the bowling pins. I'm going to intentionally not get a strike there. See, there's lots of little animations and stuff for the bowling pins. You can charge up your shots and throws, and then you can aim it. You can guide your movements wherever you want to go. There is a timer, so you don't have an unlimited amount of time. If you pass a certain point, you will lose control of the ball or Roxy. So basically you can roll up to a certain point and then you lose control of it. But yeah, this level is kind of just to show you a basic understanding of what the game actually is. But I'm going to go ahead and quit out of this and show you something a little bit different, what this game has to offer that's different. So yes, so here's the score screen. You can check out the high scores. There's going to be online leaderboards, achievements, all that kind of stuff. So let's just quit. I believe this one's included in the demo, so I'll just hop right into it. This is an example of another level. This one's set in the city, city streets. So in this game, there's going to be obstacles and hazards all throughout. See if we go into the sparks, they will push. Oh, I went under the sparks. They'll push the ball. There's fire hydrants which also push the ball. If you get hit by a car or something, it'll knock the ball around. You can get gutter balls, all the stuff you'd expect. But it's kind of like a obstacle course to try and get to the bowling pins within the allotted time. So I'll just show you if I get hit by the sparks, it kind of misses the ball. You get pushed by cars, that kind of stuff. Every single time you roll a new ball, the map will slightly change as well. It prevents it from just being the same thing over and over. So if you notice, there might be like manholes with steam here and there that might not have been there the last time I played this. I'll do one more roll just to kind of showcase what this level's like. As you progress in the story, you will go to different types of environments. So there's going to be a couple different cityscapes. This is one day and it's on a street, obviously. There's a rooftop one set at nighttime I'll show off in a minute. But yeah, you can see there's less manhole covers here now. The game is still very much work in progress. Jump out. Yeah.
Until next we meet.
The game is, yeah, still a work in progress. Actually, let me go back. I'll just show you. There's a lot of customizations. As you play through the game, there's going to be different things that you can use and unlock. There's collectible gems and a secret hat on every single level. As long as, if you beat those, and if you beat the high score as well, you'll unlock different items that you can use to customize the way Roxy looks. I'm just going to throw, let's throw something random on her. I like that. And then, you can change her fur colors and things too. There's going to be some that are more modeled towards gems and things along those lines. And then there's going to be more, there's traditional raccoon colors, then there's fun other colors and things along those lines as well. There's that pink trail that follows Roxy around. You can turn that on and off. You can also change her rolling style. This is curled up if you want to make it simulate more like a ball, or if you want to do what an actual raccoon looks like, you can change the way it looks. Let me go back to the bowling mode. This is another one that's shown off in the demo. A lot of the, just bear in mind, some of the stages are missing some of their sound effects and things, and some of the sound effects are also just placeholders for the time being, so if you're thrown off by the audio on some stuff, that's just something to keep in mind. I think this stage here too is actually lacks the music. I do have music picked out for everything, but yeah, just bear in mind that a lot of things are subject to change. But this is more of a showcase of what to expect from the full game. So yeah, you can see that this will flip. I'll just show you. And then, as you might expect, you'd get a gutter ball for something like that. And again, this wall goes back and forth. Don't want to get pushed off the stage. Oh. This is a bit of a teeter-totter. You can see here now it's changed. Some of these flip forward, some flip backwards. Sometimes you'll notice too the positions of obstacles will change as well. So for example, that city level, sometimes there will be cars parked on the side, sometimes they won't be there. Though garbage cans and stuff will move around. Just gonna hop out. Just kind of showcase a lot of levels at once kind of thing. Run through things. The game will have 15 levels in total. And then there's going to be a story mode which has 3 boss battles, which actually are finished at this point, but I'm not going to be showcasing them in here. This is more just I want to kind of keep some surprises for the game itself, but yeah, this stage is modeled after a pinball table. If you take too long, you'll run out of time, and then you won't make it. You'll get essentially a gutter ball if you take too long on stages. Again, a lot of the props and stuff on this move around. There's multiple different laneways. Each section is divided into multiple components, and then each one will it'll pick between a random list of setups. So the second game in the Roxy series was a pinball game. So that's where the inspiration for this table came from. It also plays a part in the story as well, where in this game there is an evil shaman who's sworn revenge on Roxy. And in the first game, it was a witch, and she had an obsession with sports and sports in general. The second game was a pinball themed game. It was the same witch, but it was a retelling of the first game. And then, without getting too much into the plot, the third game here, which is based on a shaman which is intent on taking over using the powers of bowling. It's explained a bit better in the actual story, but that's just the general gist of it. I'll just show you, yeah, and then a few other things. If you're curious about the bunnies, the witch from the first game and the second game, she has pet rabbits, and that's where the rabbit icon comes from. This stage does have gutter ball. We'll just get a gutter ball just for the heck of it to show you how that would work. So some stages it's easier to get gutter balls than others. This one's more about trying to line up your shot. So either you can go down this pipe here, and then this would lead to a gutter ball. This goes actually in the plunger. Or if you miss the opening by the flippers, then that would constitute for a gutter ball as well.
Until next we meet.
Let me jump. This one people seem to really like. Again, this is just a basic kind of showcase type map. There's not a whole lot of gimmicks. It's more just it's a clubhouse. The game is 10 frame bowling, so it is what you would expect. I'm not gonna run through an entire game on any of the tables or any of the stages, I should say, just because I kind of want to get through things, and I'm not sure if people actually want to sit and watch me play an entire table. Obviously, some are gonna take longer than others, and that was. I tried to offer a variety. There's going to be some stages that are actually quite lengthy to get to the end too. The street level was one of the longer ones. The pinball table is one of the longer ones. This is obviously a short one. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to go to the next one. Yeah, and I'm not going to show off all 15 tables. I'm just kind of picking and choosing. This is one of the main game modes. Let me quit out.
Until next we meet.
See if there's any other ones that I want to quickly show you. Yeah, so there's a pirate ship level. There's docks. Having some issues with some of these in this build. So let's see. I'll kind of show this one off.
Welcome.
So it's like a checker or chessboard, and the bottom pieces keep toggling. They'll change what colors they are. They'll go black, white, then red, and then they'll disappear. So if you're on the red when it changes, you'll fall to the ground. And then the bowling pins were swapped out with like chess pieces. So I'm gonna run out of time. And then obviously if you get bonked by one of these guys, you're gonna get tossed. Right? And then you fall. They'll change positions, and sometimes they'll change what pieces they are. The different pieces will behave differently. Yeah, see, I didn't get points for that because his time was up. Not doing too well. I'm gonna quit out. And then the other main game mode is the totem tracker mode. So every single stage will also have an alternate mode where instead of trying to just hit the bowling pins at the end, you go around and you collect all the bowling pins within a certain amount of time. And again, if you do this, there's other things that you can unlock. There's going to be achievements and stuff for doing this kind of stuff too. Just all that other kind of goofy fun stuff. This mode's actually lacking the sound effects. This is an earlier build that's on Steam right now, so. But yeah, let me see. This is the rooftop one that I was talking about. Oh, I didn't mean to hit random stage. Okay, this one works.
Good hunting.
Oh, I missed it. So yeah, this is like a downhill jam type stage. These ones are a lot faster paced, and it's again one of the shorter ones. Only 2 pins left. Perfect. So I got all the pins. And then when you do that, you'd unlock a cosmetic or something in the customization screen. I have everything that's unlocked already. So there's also collectible gems. I believe I have all the gems on all the stages on this save file, unfortunately. So I can't show that off. I didn't think of that one through. Sorry about that. Let me just show off maybe 1 or 2 more levels before calling it. But yeah, this is kind of what the game is about. I'll show off the rooftop level and I'll show off the construction site.
Welcome.
I guess I didn't really talk about the story too much. So if you can hear, I'll change the audio settings, turn the witch up a little bit. You can most likely hear the witch or the shaman in this game. I gotta change that. But you can hear her, and basically she's gonna be taunting you whenever you do things. This is one of her bombs. If you go near the bomb, she taunts you, so usually if you get a strike or something, she'll get angry. But if you, or a spare, she'll also get angry, but then she'll cheer excitedly if you mess up. The game is going to have all the Steamworks settings and things that you might expect, including things like cloud saves, achievements, online leaderboards, what else? There's full gamepad support. Let me just hop into the menus just to kind of show you. So yeah. No, whoops. Oh yeah, and then if you ever want, you can always switch to the pin camera just to look at where the pins are. If it makes it easier, if you ever need to do that for whatever reason. They're always going to be in the same spot. It's just the way to get there is going to change. But then, yeah, you can change all your video settings if you don't like the post-processing. You can turn that on and off. You can shut the fog on and off on stages, bloom, HDR. Have your VSync. You can change the graphics quality. Your audio settings, so you can sound effects. The announcer, you can shut her off. You can. There's also a ball rolling sound, which actually is well, you know what the ball rolling sound is, but I was gonna say that the one that's currently in the game is just a placeholder. It's actually a pinball rolling. You can change your sensitivity options, inversion. You can turn the stage intros on and off. Camera shake, you can turn on and off. Oh, actually, you know what? I've had the stage intros off. Let me turn that on. There, you can rebind your controls. If you're using gamepad, you can rebind the controls. You can have vibration, keyboard, rebindable controls, right, everything you'd expect. Here, let me quit. Let me show what these stage intros are all about. So there's the shaman. She's the one that's taunting you.
Until next.
I'll show off one or two more, and then I'll show maybe like another stage or two. But what's a good one? I'm trying to think. She's got a pet parrot and she's got a pet fawn as well. Without getting into the story too much, let's jump into this stage because I haven't shown this stage. All the stages do have these fun little intros where she taunts you. The story mode itself will actually have, cutscenes, and there's actual story to it. But these stages are just fun little intros for all the stages. And when you're playing the traditional bowling modes. And yes, as I showed off, you can turn those intros on and off. If you don't want to watch them every time you load a new map, you don't have to. Right, I had them off by default. Just for testing purposes, I should have turned them on earlier.
Until next we meet.
I did not show the construction site. Let me do that one. This is definitely the longest one. Biggest stage, I should say.
Welcome.
If you get hit by those, they will definitely knock you off the stage. The big wrecking balls that I'm referring to. So, yeah, obviously you can kind of push everything around, knock things over. If you stand on the platform for too long, it's going to drop out on you. If you see on the right there, that's the fawn, and then on the left there's the parrot. They're hidden about in some stages. They're usually at a area just watching you, depending on where you are in the story and where the stage is in the story is. What is going on with those characters without revealing too much about that. Oh yeah, you can see here there's a lot more props when I came in this time. They'll also, not only do the props change, but they'll switch their locations. And again, that's just so that you're not playing the exact same setup over and over. I didn't want it to get too repetitive. If you're going to be playing each stage 10 times, then I wanted it to be a little bit varied. Yeah, you can see things popped in, ladder and stuff.
Valeren.
Let me see if there's anything else I want to show you real quick. I showed this stage off when you're doing the other game mode. I'll show it when you're doing the traditional bowling.
Good luck.
But yeah, there's gonna be 15 stages in total, and I've showed off maybe around 10-ish, give or take one or two. Again, if the lighting and stuff is too bright on certain stages, you can always you can change the video settings. If you're not a fan of the bloom, for example, you can shut that off. Post-processing in general, you can shut off. Things are work in progress too, so bear in mind that a lot of things are subject to change based on feedback. If anybody has any actual suggestions or anything along those lines, I'm definitely willing to listen to feedback, because yeah, I'm just trying to make the best game that I can, something that offers something a little different. There wasn't very many bowling games on Steam, and I'm a big fan of bowling, so I wanted to just try and provide my own unique twist on the genre. I hadn't seen anything like this, so yeah. As I said earlier, this is the third Roxy Raccoon game. You don't need to play the first two to understand what this one's about. You can kind of jump in, and if you're not even interested in the story at all, you don't really have to even play the story. And I actually do have the first two Roxy Raccoon games are on sale right now on Steam as well. If you're wanting to check those out, then I would love that. The pinball game is still getting regular updates. The first game, Roxy Raccoon, is a 3D platformer, and I have another big update planned for it. No ETA on when that comes out. It'll be a content update for that game. I also have Nectar, which is a shoot 'em up that I'm displaying in the Next Fest right now. But that's a little bit unrelated. But yeah, no, if you're interested in Roxy Raccoon or the Roxy Raccoon Pinball, then those are on sale. Would love it if you check those out. And if you have checked those games out and you're here, then you're checking this out, and that's awesome. And you'll obviously know that I regularly update my games after they've been released. If people keep playing them, I keep updating them. I love the fact that people have been enjoying my game so far. So yeah, no, it makes me really happy. So yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I'll do one more roll here.
Isomas mi tres.
Yeah, and the run.
Valina novie.
Let's see if there's anything else. I might just show off a stage for the heck of it, or one of the intros. Just trying to think if there is any other ones. I'll just talk about what these other ones are. This one's going to be a pirate ship map. It's rocks back and forth. This one you're going along docks. There's big totems that explode. There's also things, totems that'll suck you in. This one is moving buildings and lots of fireworks. There's a water wheel as well that you gotta ride on. Voodoo Village, let's see. This one might not work in this build, but people seem to really like this one. Okay, this one is working. The lighting is, bear in mind the lighting has to change.
Welcome.
So yeah, this one's a bit of a work in progress, but people seem to like it so far. This is one of the final stages. I'll just show how it's, and that, a lot of things are just kind of placeholder. Yeah, so the tornado serves as a gutter ball. If you're going fast enough, you can get out.
Reta.
You can see the shaman sitting in the background. Yeah, let me do, I'm gonna get a gutter ball here and then I'm gonna call it. But yeah, no, if you have any comments, concerns, questions, anything, feel free to message me on the Steam community forums. There's gonna be discussion boards, or I'm very active on Twitter as well. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed the live stream. For anybody who missed it earlier, there's lots of customization options, things that you can do, unlock as you play the game. Lots of things that you can find and do in the story mode. All that good stuff. And then, yeah, there's going to be, so as you play the game, you try and get high scores on all the stages and that kind of stuff. There's going to be the online leaderboards, as you might expect. So each stage is going to have a leaderboard. And, yeah, there's going to be the two main game modes. There's going to be a story mode as well. There's a couple extra goodies. You can learn about all the characters and stuff in the story mode. I'm not going to go too far into that. And then, yeah, as you might expect, there's all the video settings, audio settings, camera settings if you want to change your sensitivity options. You can just enable and disable the camera shake. You can play the intros on each stage. And then there's going to be full gamepad support, achievements, Steam Cloud, the works. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the live stream, and that's going to be it for me.